This is the plaintiff, Maisha Logan. She says the defendant is her ex-husband, and he stole grant money she received to go to nursing school. That's right, the stubborn guy refuses to give her the $474.20 he owes her, and she's here to prove her case to the judge so she can get her money. This is the defendant, Terrence Logan. He says the money that was directly deposited into his account was a refund for tuition money he already paid for the plaintiff's nursing school, so why should she get it? The plaintiff has some nerve coming after him for this money because it's rightfully his. He's accused of distressing an ex.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Ms. Logan, Mr. Logan, how long were you married?
3 years.
And when was your divorce final?
In July of 2018.
And when did you separate?
Well, we separated in January of 2018, but I remained in the home until July.
Okay, I got you. So after the divorce was final is when you moved out?
Yes.
All right, so now you have, sometime during the marriage, you decided to go to nursing school.
Correct.
Tell me about it.
So I had been working in the casino for almost 19 years, and I started getting sick. The cigarette smoke was giving me respiratory infections, and it really started wearing on me. And so Terrence talked to me about going to nursing school, and so I quit my job, and then I started nursing school in May of 2017.
Okay. And while you were married, he was making the payments for nursing school,
Correct.
right? Okay. Then you get a divorce, and what happens?
While he was paying, I wasn't eligible for any financial aid. Once we got the divorce, I became eligible for financial aid.
So you applied for financial aid?
Yes.
And what happens?
They gave me a grant, and in October...
Of what year?
Of 2018. They said that they gave me a grant, and I'm like, okay.
Do you have the paperwork for the grant?
Yes.
Let me see it. Now, unfortunately, you had not updated your banking information with the school, correct?
Correct.
So what they did was they deposited said grant into an account. Did you guys still have an account together, or just
No.
they deposited your grant into an account that he had?
It was his debit card, because he had been paying with his debit card.
Oh, and did you come to them and tell them, reverse this?
You're welcome.
You guys sent it to my ex.
Yes.
And what'd they say? Can't do it, get it from your ex.
Exactly.
Good
They
luck.
said there's nothing they could do about it. I had to get it from him.
All right, so that money went to you, correct?
Yes.
In October, after you two divorced.
Yes.
How you figure you don't have to pay that back?
Now, one, that wasn't told to me. It didn't even go into my bank account. It went into a credit card because I was paying on her school through
Was it
her
a debit
credit
card or a credit card?
No, it was a credit card.
A credit card, okay.
She went through her lawyer, and her lawyer asked me to look into it.
And then?
what I told her, it's a busy time for me. And so when I get enough time, I start looking into it.
And
but
then you
I did send her payments. I sent her 900 one, and then I sent her 400.
Oh, so you looked into it and you realized the
I
truth.
didn't even look into it yet because
What was the point of the 900? To pay her back, right?
Right.
Right, so you paid her,
One for...
well, the total of the payments, there's no dispute, is $1,350, correct?
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
All right, and then you stopped.
Yes.
And that's what the subject of the lawsuit is, the rest of the money. Why did you stop?
She left. She took a lot of money out of my account. She took...
You mean in the divorce?
Well, it was toward the end. I ate
What do you mean toward the end? There's a divorce decree that's final on 7/18.
Right.
You still had joint bank accounts after that?
No.
Right.
In the
So
process,
you're talking
she
about
was.
stuff that happened.
Right,
There's
as
no
she was
in the
leaving.
process. My question is it before or after? The divorce decree's final 7/18. The stuff you're going to tell me about is stuff that happened before 7/18, correct?
No, it was after, because she moved out, and when she moved out, there was a lot of damage to my house.
Okay, so one is damage in the move out.
Yes.
Okay. Another is stole my bank accounts. What is that about?
She went into and took all my points out of my
bank account or points?
Well, my points and bank account. She charged up like my Verizon. She bought a new phone. She bought some other stuff. They almost came
I don't
to
understand. I don't get how she's able to do all that.
because she had access to everything.
No, I know. How did that access not go as soon as you guys started having problems and knowing that you're headed to divorce for 6 months?
I didn't. I didn't. And I
Because
didn't
you forgot
find
or you were hoping it would patch up?
a little
Okay,
bit of both.
I got the answer.
A little bit of both.
From the hesitation. All right. So according to you, she runs out and buys a phone when?
Somewhere around April.
Okay, but your divorce wasn't final. She was still living in the house, and you knew April, May, June, and July that she had done that. And what did you do about that? Go to the police? I don't think so.
No.
And when you signed the divorce decree, one of the things that the divorce decree says is any problems or any liabilities back and forth are hereby extinguished today by virtue of this agreement. So you can't go back and relitigate things like that. When did the points happen, according to you?
Same around that same time.
Right, that's before the divorce decree. You can't relitigate that. And when, by the way, do you want to defend yourself on any of that? Did you steal a bunch of points?
That was, yes, I did. But that was in relation to him getting the house refinanced that he didn't give me half for. So it balanced out, and this was all taken care of in the divorce.
Okay. And now the only thing that is a legitimate thing to discuss is anything that happens after the divorce decree, which is the move out. So you say, she wrecked my place, which doesn't sound believable, because why are you writing $1,350 in checks to her if she wrecked your place before you wrote the checks? But let's see the pictures of the wrecked place. What is this, debris?
That's the living room for carpet.
Okay, somebody drops their dental picks on the floor. That's disgusting. Someone had to clean. She left the garbage there. Is that what you're talking about? Did she damage anything?
It goes in that to how she did the kitchen, the living room. Just
Okay, so now my question to you is there any actual damage besides debris left, in the garbage cans or on the rug?
It was stains. We had just bought a $3,500 couch. It's stains. You see the pictures on that.
And do you have evidence that she stained them?
Well, it was in the move out.
How did it get stained in the move out?
I don't know. I tried to be away from the house so I wouldn't, affect the kids.
Yeah.
And when
Do you guys have kids together?
No.
No.
Yeah, the place is a mess. Did you leave it like that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Okay, because as we were leaving, it had gotten so bad there, and I got a call from school from my daughter. I had ordered something, it came in the mail. She was trying to hide it from him. I had to leave school, come home. I found her locked in my room, holding a knife in the bathroom because he was yelling at her. It had gotten nasty. It just got so nasty. When I left, I left. It wasn't like I punched holes in the walls or did anything malicious. I just didn't clean up after myself. And then he started saying, even like the couch he's referring to, that couch was bought when we bought the home 3 years ago. So it's like, I'm not understanding.
Why did you guys split up? What was the cause of the
His
break?
mother.
Well, that was very, very pointed and succinct.
No.
Because you feel what?
He should have been married to her.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, does this guy owe her money for the tuition? Does he have to pay her tuition?
Yes, he does.
Because?
Because he took her grant money, and if you're going to pay it back, then you need to pay it back. I mean, you actually stole from her, so once you started that, you need to finish it.
The fact that he started paying some of that money, does that show he felt he was obligated to pay her, to pay it?
Yeah, when he started to pay for her, I think that's showing that he...
A consciousness that you owe.
Yeah.
Got your point, going inside the courtroom.
His mother is in control of the way he blinks, smells, looks, tastes, talks, and she had an issue with me and my kids. It got to a point where she was like, why are you spending time with those kids? Well, why did you get her something on Valentine's Day and not me? I mean, it was ugly. And when we got a divorce, he emailed me to tell me he wanted a divorce and said, if you can't love my mom like you love me, we don't need to be married. Who does that?
Well, it's complicated. I am impressed by his love for his mother, and if I was with somebody who hated my mother, I would find it to be very difficult. So I am sure that there are many complications. Okay. Yeah, I do want to hear.
Yes.
Because I'm sure you want to
she
say
left
something.
out a whole lot. For one, she had my credit cards until April because I went to get a hotel because my youngest daughter was turning 21, and I had no points. This is almost 1,000,000 points.
1,000,000?
Yes.
How'd you spend 1,000,000 points?
I didn't. Oh my goodness, if he's
It
not
was-
perjuring himself, I don't know who is. I
No,
did not
I-
spend 1,000,000.
I get-
But he's
How many
a
points
pro.
did you spend?
Oh my, it was like 300,000. But here's the thing.
She says that like it's nothing.
No.
Wait, and how did you spend it? You didn't spend it on travel. You had it on.
No, I spent it to get ready for my move. But here's the thing.
Wait a minute.
It was about $6,000 in cash, but that had nothing to do with the $7,000 he was supposed to give me when he refinanced
Okay.
the house behind my back. So he's not appalled about what he did, just what I did.
Okay. All right.
Now, according to and in the divorce paperwork, the house was refinanced. They went over everything I spent. What I spent was to pay off the debt she incurred through her spending sprees.
Okay.
I didn't get anything out of it.
Everybody thought that all this stuff was hammered out by your signatures on a divorce
I'm
decree.
telling
And
you.
yet both of you are bringing up this stuff. There can be, I wanted to hear it because I'm nosy as can be. And I also have this delusional opinion of my ability to bring peace to people. But that ain't gonna happen. So let's just get this
There
over
was-
with. No. You don't need to get along. You don't have children in common. You're probably not going to have any more contact with each other. The best evidence of whether this money should be paid is the fact that you were paying it. The fact that you then decided not to doesn't mean you can keep it. Your complaints, most of them happened before the decree. So by virtue of the divorce decree, you can't even bring the ones that happened beforehand. The only thing you could bring up was how she left the place. She did not damage anything. Yes, she left garbage lying around. That no sooner amounts to $474.20 than you think it did when you wrote checks for $1,350.
But ma'am-
because those checks were written well after she'd left the place
But
dirty. No,
there was
stop,
one other thing.
stop. No, I don't want to hear anything else. It's not going to help. It can only hurt further. So I am ordering you to pay her the remaining $474.20 plus, of course, your court costs. Good luck, folks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, in this case of Logan versus Logan, it's Mr. Logan who comes out on the bottom end of the case today. What are you thinking?
And it's just typical.
Typical. What'd you do to get all the 1,000,000 points on your car?
I travel weekly.
You do?
Yeah.
Had a lot of time on the road.
Yes.
Well, is this going to end this dispute between the two of you now that the court suit's over?
No dispute for me. I haven't talked to her in a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess it is over for sure.
Been over.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
problem.
You've signed some documents. All right, Ms. Logan.
Hello.
Hello. You're smiling.
I am. I'm happy.
And you haven't talked to him in like a year and a half?
No, I have not. There's no reason to. I just wanted my money. So justice was served.
Well, good.
Yes, happy to be here.
Are you still in school for nursing?
Yes, I am. I have one more semester
One
left.
more to go?
Yes, and I will be a nurse.
Okay. Congratulations. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All righty. Harvey?
You know, when you do a property settlement as part of a divorce, the more detailed, the better. Account for every possible thing you can. And I hate to say it this way, but don't always just automatically trust your lawyer. You know what you have more than the lawyer.